My name is Vicki Jones with VMH Magazine. Today we have the pleasure of speaking with Phoebe Tan and Anya Cheng. They are the founders of Taelor, a menswear company with very unique features. How's your day going thus far?
It's great. It's great. Yeah, you know what? After we close our fundraising, Anya and I have been really busy. So this is a time when we start to build a team, right? Expanding the team. Still pretty early on, but it's very exciting that now we have the funding, from investors, right? So we are gonna, expand the team, expand the operation, and then double down on our marketing. It's a lot going on.
Right. And so
Thank you so much. Yeah.
Oh, well, so what we'll do is we'll just jump right in. We'll jump right in. And then when Anya joins, we'll just continue and include her in the conversation. It should be a phenomenal one. I saw thus far, you guys have a $2.3 million. Is it one investor or I think it's Bling Capital? Am I correct?
Yeah, Blink Capital is our major investor. So this is a pre-seed round, right? Our first fundraising round. So back in the days they call angel rounds, and there are many terms, but it's our first round. It's oversubscribed by Blink, who is our major investor. So they are angel investors, serial investors, on our investment community.
Okay, and so this is your first round of your first.
Yes, it is.
Also, you're doing well. You're doing well.
Yes.
And
yes.
when the good congratulations too. And so you're welcome. And so when after now, I'm just going to jump on the business side because I do want to know overall, our audience wants to know about the company, about the fashion, what makes it unique and different for guys when it comes to the selections for their weekday or however it is. We want to know more about the company. But tell us who you are and your role in the company.
Yeah, sure. So you chatted with Anya already, right? So Anya and I, we both are co-founders, of Taelor. So we met back in Chicago when we did our MBA. So almost a decade ago. So we were MBA classmates, and both of us live in Chicago. And then so we moved to the Bay Area. So we have different ventures working in different corporation. So my background is mostly in operation and finance. Before working on Taelor full-time, I worked for a food company. So I led their strategic sourcing supply chain team, serving customers like Amazon, Go, Starbucks, on the retail side, also some operation airline companies like Emirates, Singapore Airline. So, and then prior to that, I worked for the company on a lot of operation strategy initiative, basically help the company to improve its operation, improve its bottom lines. And prior to that, worked on a lot of finance initiative, including some JVs and M&As. And Anya has a different background, so we kind of complement each other. Her background is mostly in tech companies, in product management and marketing. So a lot of experience in retail as well, e-commerce, retails as well. So we kind of complement each other. Taelor, it's a rental subscription service, right? It involves a lot of logistics, reverse logistic operations, styling, fashion. So my role within Taelor right now, though we are both, kind of work on a lot of things at the same time, especially when it comes to customer acquisition, getting customer sales, right? But because of my expertise, so I focus more on operation, styling. So working with, what brand do we want to partner with, right? Why? Because I love fashion.
Wonderful. That's great. That's great. So let's go into this. Tell us about Taelor. Let me, for the purpose of the audience, I am speaking with Phoebe Tan, and then there's her co-founder, Anya Cheng. Right. And so both of these women, they founded Taelor, which Taelor is and you will give us more detail about the company.
Sure.
But what it does is it allows men to rent or to wear curated pieces selected either by person or AI. A technology is involved in there as well. I think, yeah, Anya is trying to come in here now. Let's see.
Okay, perfect.
There she is. Wait. Do we see her? There she is.
Yes.
Hi, how are you?
Great. Yeah.
So I was just explaining to our audience, I'm just going to give my spiel because we want to hear from you. Obviously, you would know so much more about the company than I would. But what I want to do is just for our audience, for our viewers and for our listeners, let them know who we're speaking with. We're speaking with two women who are on their the funding side at this point of their venture, and from what I understand, their first rounds have been quite successful. But the company allows men to have curated pieces for the week, the month. You'll give us more detail about that without the obligation of purchasing full pieces outright, but be able to have these fashion statements or the wardrobe at on budgets, renting versus having the expense of constantly buying attire. There was one thing that I saw within, as I read more about Taelor and your mission is the piece that I read spoke about social media and how important it is to regularly, it feels, different groups of people feel the pressure of regularly having different attire. And so Taelor can accommodate that area, as well as just people who do not know what they want to fit where when it comes to shopping, and also save some money. So Anya, tell us about you. Phoebe kind of gave us a little bit about her background already and some of yours, but tell us about you and who you are and your role in the company.
Yeah, wonderful. Hi, I'm Anya Cheng. I'm CEO and founders of Taelor's. And my background, Phoebe's background, mostly operation and finance. And my background is mostly in technology and marketing. And before starting Taelor's, I was working for Facebook, where I helped build Facebook, Instagram, shopping, as leading their e-commerce product team. Before that was a lot of experience in e-commerce. I was helping eBay to launch their emerging business, new countries, new business line, and also help Target to build their San Francisco office, build out their mobile and tablet apps. And early in the career, a lot of retailer experience at Lantan, Kmart. So that's also why part of Taelor's the mission, besides helping consumer, but also helping brand and retailer to better predict what's going to sell, so then we can reduce waste and that much of unsold inventory, so then it can be more green in general. And I want to kind of add on a little bit what you mentioned about our missions. Phoebe and I are both immigrants. We came here, achieve our American dreams. And last 15 years, I worked my way up leading large technology teams in large tech companies. So one thing I sometimes always feel was that I doesn't feel always ready for the day, because I am have such privilege to do these amazing jobs. And so about 5-6 years ago, I started renting clothes. It's a wonderful way to just kind of keep me a peace of mind, because I feel like even though if I feel I'm not ready, I'm actually look ready. But when I was enjoying those experiences, I realized most of the service were designing hey, you need to pick what's the color and style, etc. And very rare of them will focus on achieving a goal. Hey, you want to look ready for a speech, for a talk with your boss, for a job interview, for a date. So I feel hey, there must be some service can help people who are more purpose-driven. I just want to get ready for my day, and I want to look presentable and achieve a goal. So outside of the work, I have been 10 years as a volunteer career coach. I published 2 books, and so have been helping people on that. And I really hope this service can help more people to be best version of themselves, so then they can achieve better things in their life.
Okay, just a sidebar. The name of the books that you've published, where can people find them, and what are the names?
Yeah, one is them. Both of them in Chinese now. One is coming up pretty soon, and it's piggyback on my first book was about career. So direct translation to the Chinese is called "If you cannot create your dream, if you cannot achieve your dream, create your dream." Wonderful. So it was a lot about like life and career and how to, and so which was a collaboration of what my blog, which I have been writing for 10 years.
Okay, wonderful. Okay, so now Taelor, tell us about Taelor, whichever one, Phoebe, is it Phoebe or Phoebe?
Phoebe.
Phoebe, okay. Phoebe or Anya, tell us about Taelor. What is the difference in Taelor? Because in my mind, you correct me, it's I'm able to rent or subscribe for an amount of time to receive certain curated pieces that fit, well, not me, because it's tailored towards men, but if I were.
It's tailored to men. If people wear menswear, we actually have 10% of our customers who are women who wear menswear.
Okay, wonderful, wonderful. And I could see that immediately when you said it. I thought of certain celebrities or ones on social media or on the internet where I've seen them with that versatility. So you're absolutely right. But if there was something that I wanted or a guy wanted to be a part of or purchase or be a part of Taelor, how would they go about it? Is it, okay, so there's the subscription. How many pieces do I receive? How does that work? How do you know what works for me? Well, how do you know what works for him and where he's going, what he's doing? How does that work?
Cool. I will explain a bit about the business, and I'll have Phoebe to talk about how do we decide your style. Okay. So on the business as a customer, we have multiple options, but the most common one, most popular one is you pay a monthly fee of $88, and where you get a piece of clothing to wear per month. And you get up to 2 boxes per month. We send you the first box of 4 items, which were picked by stylists and AI. And then from there, once you wear for a couple of weeks, there's no commitment to buy. Once you wear that, then you can send back and get your next box. And it's almost like your Netflix for fashion, and no more shopping, no more laundry. And most people like that because we style them, so they don't need to think of what to wear. And second, there's no commitment, so you can try out different things, explore different style, explore different brand, and people feel like always ready for the day without spending a lot of money and time to figure out what to wear. And I'll have Phoebe to talk about how do we know the style for you.
What fits who, exactly.
And exactly, yes. So our customer, they go through onboarding process. They simply sign up and then they will answer a whole list of a questionnaire, right, that will ask about their measurement, their personal preference in terms of brands. What are they looking for from the service, right? So some of our customers say they want to impress the dates. They want to look more presentable at work, meeting clients, or go on a vacation. So that occasion is very important because it will help us to know what kind of style to pick for them. And also, do they have any fit issues? We want to know that upfront so that we can pick the right items for them too. So that's very important. That will help us to develop a baseline who you are as a customer, right? So from there, they also have a chance to speak with our stylist. For the first time, we offer a 15-minute free consultation call with our personal stylist. And our stylists will ask them a lot more questions, in-depth question about their style, kind of read, how they feel about fashion, right? Whether or not, they have more specific needs or sense about fashion. That will help us, even understand their style even better. And then from there, we will curate a list of 10 to 12 items specifically for our customers, because a lot of our customers, they don't like to go through, the entire inventory, your typical e-commerce site that you have to go to thousands of items, try to find one item that you like, right? Exactly. So that's why we have this process that our stylists will curate the item for you. Don't worry, 10 to 12 only at the maximum. Some of them, they ask for more. We also customize the process as well. And then they get a list of items. All they need is to open the link. They can just click what they like, add the item to their wish list. I like this to their wish list. They can even comment, you know what, no floral shirt for me. not this time, right? So there's a very interactive. And also we have a chat bot that they can chat directly with our stylists. They can say that, I have an upcoming trip for work or for vacation. Please send me more casual or appropriate outfits for whatever vacation is. Then we will tailor the box accordingly. So then we will pack 4 items right now, 4 items in a box. The 4 items will include, different layering pieces on top, right? It can be jacket, button-up shirts, Henley long sleeve polos. So our customer really like the styling aspect of the service. Someone helped them to know how to style differently, how to layer things differently, right? So then when they receive the box, they can just wear them for a couple of weeks, try them on, wear them once, twice, how many times they like. And then when they are ready, they just return everything. And if there's anything that they love, they can keep them, purchase them. It's a resale kind of like a models, right? Keep them and then return everything. Then the whole process will repeat. And then in the process, they will provide feedback. They will say, you know what, this item I thought would look good on me, but actually I don't really how it feel. Or this item, this green color, for example, right? I don't think it will look good on me, but it looks amazing. I get a lot of compliments. So those feedback are very, very useful. Then it will help us find a better style for them. And then many of our customers, they are willing to try new style because one of the value of the service is that it's rental. They don't need to buy. So they want to expand their fashion horizon, right? Style that they never tried before, color that they never tried before. There's no commitment to buy. So try it on. If they like it, great. If not, just return everything. Yeah.
How successful has it been thus far? How long have you guys been in business, Taelor?
We just started just 7 months ago. We're super early
startup. 7 months ago?
Yes.
Oh, wow, you're doing well. So how,
but we have got so much traction because people usually say, I have been hearing about this service for women for 10 years. Finally there's something for guy. And we start by thinking of where we want to make a woman version a lot more simple for people who are a little bit lazy and busy. But turn out that we have a lot of getting after the interview, lots of male customers that actually love the service even more. And that's why we end up starting a service in the menswear. And so, but so far we have been getting a lot of customers. They found us through just Google search for us. They found us from the different publications that we got a lot of press. And we also are currently offering for corporations. We are tech companies, their employee perks, employee gifting. This when you start a new job in the past, company give you a box of a logo t-shirt, which you probably don't wear most of them. But now a lot of companies want to give more sustainable gift. So then they offer our service as a new subscription for new hire or back to office perks to encourage people to go back to office. So then they don't need to think of what to wear. Especially after COVID, a lot of people gain weight or lose weight. So then they need new clothes to wear.
Indeed. So why menswear? Why not women? You all are women.
Yeah, we started thinking of can we offer something that's less time consuming? Because for me at the time, I was like, I don't want to spend time browsing through thousands of items. I also don't want to, they're a subscription box company, which is amazing that someone will style me, but I have to buy stuff from every single shipment or I cannot wear. So then I feel like I don't want to own that much stuff. So I was thinking, is it possible to have a solution that is more that I don't need to own everything? I also don't need to select stuff. Someone will help me out so I can save mine. And then for people who are not that into fashion, but do want to look presentable and achieve goals. So we interview over 500 people and turn out a lot of people love the idea, and mostly actually are men who are 25 to 35 years old and 60% single. They are people-facing professional, they are salespeople, real estate agent, they are also engineers. But a lot of them, they know they want to look good to be for a certain goal, but they don't want to spend too much time figuring out what to wear.
So you all on the business side, so you all receive, thank you for that. You all receive, this is something that I was talking with Phoebe about earlier. You have received on your first round of funding. I think it is 2.3 million from Bling Capital. So how has funding and that whole process been for you? I think that's a pretty big deal for that first round. And your backgrounds are incredible. It's like you're made for this. Phoebe, you said you love fashion, coupled with your experience. And then is it true, Anya, based on what I researched, that you helped launch Instagram shopping and Facebook shopping?
I have helped launch Facebook shopping. Yes. So I have been 15 years in e-commerce and a lot of retail experience. And that's why I also on the brand side, I was also thinking that, hey, this will be more creative channel for them to learn about customers' needs. So then they can produce stuff that people really want instead of those unsold inventory, which is quite environmental, not friendly. So yes, with this round, we have received $2.3 million funding, and including Bling Capital, but we also have a lot of other investors and a lot of strategic investors, including we have one key manufacturer for over 200 brands and almost all major brands, you named it, from Lululemon's and Adidas and to a lot of different brands. They are their key major manufacturer. We also have some other strategic investors who are in the corporate human resources team who are in charge of employee giftings. And also we have founders who sold their company as a very successful data and AI company. So those were our key elements of our business. And we also have as an investor as a shipping company. So those key strategic investors are helping along on the next chapters of our journey.
So where do you see yourself in 2 years at this pace?
Yeah, I think one is that we are now currently still very small, and we now are offering small to large sizes, but we definitely are expanding to all sizes. And also right now at the moment, we have upper body, which is like jackets and sweater and shirts. And we are offering pants pretty soon in a couple months. And so we definitely want to offer, and we also still have customer on the wait list. Given that we are small startup, so has been trying to make sure our customer experience and quality are the best. So we still have people waiting in to become our customer. So we are opening now our wait list as well. So in 2 years, we are offering to all size. Right now, we are already offering to US nationwide, but we also are expanding into partnership with corporations. And also we want to get a lot more brand partner as well. Currently, we are offering over 100 brands now, but we know there's a lot more amazing brand globally in the US, but also internationally in many different boutique designers. And so we are opening up for a lot more partnerships. And on the other hand, we those data, we are building AI. So those AI will help brand and retailer to better predict what's going to sell. So then they can produce stuff that people do want and help to save the environment.
AI in clothing and I'm sorry, go ahead, Phoebe.
If I can add a little, yeah. So we one of our mission is to play a part in the environment, right? To save the environment. We are in this circular fashion, the new circular fashion industry, which is a multi-trillion industry. So we play a role to solve both the supply and demand side. So we cut on the demand side, which we explained quite a bit, right? So the customer, they rent clothes instead of buying clothes, in a sense that yes, they will reduce, the clothes ownership, reduce overproduction, right? So on the supply side, because we work with clothing partners, and when they partner with us, they tap into the rental model, right? They also tap into the resale model, so they can work with us and they can rent their clothes by working with us, rent the clothes to our customers and also resell any pre-owned clothes to our customers. So in a way that they will expand the life cycle of every single garment, right? And the data that we provide to them, the feedback data about customer, about the products, they can use the information to better predict their next collection. And again, it will reduce overproduction. We know the fashion industry is the most polluted industries in the world. Indeed. So we wanna play a role, in the circular fashion industry, really drive the waste and reduce the pollution in the environment.
Indeed, and that was something that I thought about as well when I saw the model that you all have and how it reduces waste from garments and materials. So that's well thought out, and thank you for that attribute. Yeah. AI, and how does AI now? I can see how I could go and select, a piece of or some garment or the attire for an occasion. You could, human beings, technology, AI. How does that work? Is it data entry and saying, okay, this body size would like this for this black tie event? How would that
yeah
work?
Yeah, being working on the tech industry for 15 years, we all know like the AI only work when you have good fundamental data, right? So, but when I was working for Target, for example, the people don't buy certain clothes or buy certain clothes. A lot of time, we didn't know, is it because they like it or not? It could be just because it's 50% discount. So they're like, okay, I don't like it, but I'm going to buy it, or vice versa, right? So, oh, I love this so much, but I don't want to pay this price. So a lot of time we don't really know. And as a result, we don't know customers' true preference. So when we produce stuff, they were not always very accurate. And that's why there's always unsold inventory. So in a rental model, it's very unique because it's like how you decide what to watch on Netflix. You already pay a monthly fee. So whatever you pick is stuff that you truly like. So we know that your true preference. And also think of when you go to a store to buy something, when you're out of a store, I don't know what happened. Do you like it? Is too loose, too big, or too small? I don't know. You maybe return it, but I don't know why. And so, but in the rental model, we are like your Netflix. We know your preference. We even know that you are going on a date next week. You know, you are applying for a job, you gain weight, you lose weight. And so those things we were very close to you and have a true data. They are not biased because of purchase price. And so those that we use to help to predict to what you will like, and in combination with like real stylists, and also using those technology to help brand and retailer to test product and to know what customers really wanted.
We're speaking with Anya Cheng, both co-founders, and Phoebe Tan of Taelor. It is a subscription-based AI and also human-generated styles for men and menswear. And in addition to individuals, you all are also, for retailers, providing a service to them, correct? To retailers and I think there was one other
retailer and brand. They offer their inventory on our platform. We help them to test new product coming out. We help them to monetize unsold inventory. We help them to know what customers' true preference. And for the rental subscription service, besides for consumer, you can sign up, or if you want to buy as a gift, Father's Day gift, then you can buy purchase gift card. Besides that, we do offer to corporations as employee gift, and we also partner with dating sites to offer as a benefit for member, or partner with a gym, the fitness company, to offer as a service as their members.
Wonderful. Now, how can folks find out if I wanted to recommend Taelor to someone, or there's a guy who's saying, you know what, I'm just tired of going to the department, I'm tired of going to the store, I'm tired of searching through all these websites, I need someone to pick up my clothes for me. How do they find Taelor? Which website? Instagram, Facebook? Where do they go?
We are in all places, but you can go to taelor.style, which is TAELOR.STYLE, taelor.style, and use VMH. You will get 30% off for 2 months of subscription.
Did you hear that, guys? 30% off, 2 months of subscriptions. The subscription base is already affordable at $88. So just imagine another 30% off. That's a winner. Yeah.
Use the code VMH. So
VMH, and you got it. So yes. Outside of that, you two are championing this startup. You're based on your energy, you're doing well based on the data from what's going out into the press, and also the website, the images, everything looks top-notch quality. I think Phoebe spoke of that and the quality. What advice do you have for others who want to have an idea, they have a love, they have a passion, for them to get through all these phases of idea to actual reality to funding? What is your advice for them?
I think so. The number one thing is to test your product with real customer. Try to understand what's the key hypothesis of your business and the hypothesis early on. When we started, we thought our customer will probably like all of the well-known brands only, and they probably don't want to try boutique brands. Turn out that our customer don't know many brands, and they actually would really want to try stuff that they haven't tried it before. They want to try style they haven't tried it before. When we started, we thought our brand and retailer closing partner, they just want to monetize the unsold inventory. Turn out that they really want to know what's going to sell in the future, and can I test my latest collection on your platform so I know if customer will like this new collection and how much should I push through the channels. So a lot of learning through this journey, and my advice will be identify the biggest risk hypothesis and test it out with real customer with the feedback and continued improvement. You can quickly grow a lot faster.
And your advice?
I'll share a bit about my journey. So I mentioned that I love fashion. In fact, I love fashion when I was still a little kid. So when I was young, you know, I will help dress up my siblings, my friends. So I get a lot of compliments all the time that you are so stylish, Phoebe. So that's why naturally, right, when I reached the college age, you know, I thought I want to become a fashion designer. But growing up in a traditional Asian family, that was a big no-no, you know, pursuing any form of art. So naturally, that's why I pursue a different route in finance instead. And so I'm so glad that, yeah, you know, after so many years working in the corporation, in a totally different industry, accounting, finance, operation, supply chain sourcing, right? And in fact, my mission become bigger all this year. That my vision become bigger in the sense that right now I want to solve the fashion industry, you know, in terms of the environmental impact. So I think, you know, and for many years, I always have ideas. So I'm a problem solver, right? That's by nature. That's what I do for work. So we're trying to very quick to identify problem and want to problem solve. And there's a lot of business ideas. So my advice will give to people who have ideas, right? I will say, yeah, just not afraid to execute it, right? You can think, you can continue to think about it, but you know, if you don't take the very first step, take the baby step. You know, the baby step can be get to know some startup founders, plug into a new community, right? So change also make a difference. So for my own experience, so I used to live in Chicago for 11 years, right? Very comfortable in the same social setting. When I decided to move to the Bay Area, you know, Bay Area, a lot of startup people are very progressive. They constantly talk about startup ideas that really help, you know, change your environments, right? Who you hang out with, who you talk to, the community you are in, definitely influence you. Even though back then, so I couldn't take any steps, right? But because of the environment I'm in, and I'm with Anya, right? So if I'm not here, Anya's here. I was in Chicago, you know, probably would take me 10 more years to get started, right? I think the environment help, the people you hang out with, the community you're with. And then in terms of execution, don't worry, take the steps, you know, you can always change, but doing nothing is not gonna take you anywhere. Do something.
Beautiful, beautiful. So we'll be looking for a book from you in the future. So we want to go to Taelor, TAELOR.style, STYLE. You get 30% off if you enter VMH for your subscription, which is already affordable, guys, and for those women that like to wear menswear. We do appreciate your joining us. And are there any last words that either one of you would like to say or like to share?
No, we really appreciate this opportunity. We hope, yeah, as a customer, if you are thinking of making a little bit change, maybe start by just changing your outfit a little bit, and don't be afraid to use it, and then take a baby step to achieve your goal. And we look forward to be part of the journey of your achieving your dream.
Wonderful. Thank you, guys. I appreciate it. And we appreciate your feedback, your advice. And we look forward to seeing Taelor grow. And for all of those that want to get that subscription and that box of curated pieces for you, don't forget to go to Taelor.style. Thank you, guys.